Good morning, students. Today I am going to tell you about strong and weak verbs. What are strong and weak verbs? There is a simple way to find out whether a certain verb is weak or strong. In the past tense form of a verb, if there is a final D or T which is not there in the present tense, it is called a weak verb. It means if past and past participle form of the verb ends with D or T, that means it is weak verb. Like acquire, in this word you can see it doesn't end with D at last, but in the past tense and past participle both the verbs end with D. That means it is weak verb. We can take another examples: address, addressed, addressed, bark, barked, barked, bend, bent, bent. And in the bend verb you can see past tense and past participle form of the word bend ends with T. That's why this is also a weak verb. Okay, so the verbs which end with D and T at last are called weak verbs. Now next is strong verbs. Strong verbs form their past tense by changing the inside vowels of their present tense. You can see in the example stand, stood, stood. Now past and past participle form of the stand is stand, stood, stood. You can see a vowel changes into double O. That's why it is a strong verb. Give, gave, given. In this verb also vowel has been changed. That's why it is also a strong verb. And the next is if the past and past participle form of the verb remains same, that is also called strong verb. Like bid, 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 cost, 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 hit, 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 read, 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 set, 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 bet, 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 cast, cast, cast. These all verbs, in all these verbs, past and past participle form of the verbs remain same. They don't change. That's why these are also called strong verbs. Now correct use of some verbs. Some verbs are there which have different meanings, like bear, bore, born. Meaning of this you can see two verbs are given: bear, bore, born, bear, bore, born. But the past participle form of bear, that is different. In the first bear, bore, born, the past participle form with ends with E, and in the next E is not given. So the meaning of first bear, bore, born is means to carry का meaning ले जाना. Then next is bear, bore, born means to give birth, जन्म देना. Examples are also given. The bricks were borne by the laborers on their heads. Now you can see in this sentence borne verb has been used in the sense of carry. That's why it is giving sense of carry. And in the next, Mahatma Gandhi was born in Gujarat. In this sentence born verb has been used in the sense of birth. So you have to use these verbs according to their sense, according to their meanings. Next is use of fell. Fall, fell, fallen means girna. Fell, felt, felt means girana. You can see example: the woodcutter felled the trees easily. In this sentence we are taking sense of गिराना. woodcutter ने easily trees गिरा दिए, woodcutter ने गिराए. But in the next sentence here also, the boxer fell down his rival after a long fight. बॉक्सर ने एक लॉन्ग फाइट के बाद अपने राइवल को गिरा दिया. एंड नेक्स्ट इज द बॉय फेल ऑफ द चेयर. बॉय चेयर से खुद गिर गया. इन द सेंस ऑफ गिरना, खुद गिरना, दैट इज फॉल, फेल, फॉलन. Okay, but in the sense of गिराना, fell, felled, felled. Next, use of hanged and hung. These both are verbs of hang. Hang, hung means to suspend, फैलाना किसी चीज को. And next is hang, hanged, किसी को फांसी देना. The murder was hanged yesterday. मर्डर को फांसी दी गई. In here we have taken sense of फांसी देना. That's why we used hanged. The clothes were hung on a clothesline to dry. इन दिस सेंटेंस क्लॉथ जो है सुखाने के लिए क्लॉथ लाइन पर लटकाए गए. तो यहाँ पर जो सेंस है वो लटकाने की है. सो स्टूडेंट्स, टुडे योर होमवर्क इज़ टू try exercises related to these.